Good morning. We'll call to order the March 16th meeting of the Michigan City Board of Public Works and Safety. If everyone would please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I would just like to make a note for the record that Mrs. Keating is not present today, but we do still have a quorum.
You bet.
Okay, so first item, approval of minutes from our regular meeting on March 2nd.
Motion to approve.
And I'll second that motion. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next, we have request for street closure, Stevan Grant, South Shore Freight. If you'd like to step up to the microphone. He's requesting approval to close grade Railroad of CSS and South Mott's Parkway and Millennium Park, April 23rd through the 25th for rail safety improvements.
That is correct.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add, sir?
No, the insurance paperwork finally did come through satisfactory.
Yes, we
Okay.
did. We've got
Sorry
not what's in
about
my
the
pack. That's okay. We've got
Hiccups on that.
yeah. It's correct and can be approved at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And this is just part of an overall safety improvement. As we know, there's a lot of new business that'll be coming in that development, especially with the GAF distribution center. There's going to be lots more increased traffic, and now would be a really good time to get this crossing done, and it's being done in correlation with a massive upgrade South Shore's doing from Risky Avenue all the way down south to LaPorte, Indiana. So it has a great public benefit and economic benefit.
Thank you.
I included a little map, and there's one concern I wanted to bring up, is that this industrial park, there's one main entrance in and out of it. And it's been like that as far as I've known. I've been in the employ of South Shore for 20 years. Now there was another path out towards, I believe we're going to call that Menke Road. And it would be good for the crossing project duration if that could be opened up and used as a primary entrance and exit while we have this closure.
Just one quick question, if I may, Mr. President. Sounds like on the agenda, you're looking at two different crossings. I see on the map one highlighted. It's a track that runs diagonally across the boulevard. I guess that goes down to Kingsbury Industrial Park, right?
That is correct.
And then, is that one crossing, Railroad of CSX and South Mott's Parkway?
Yes, sir.
Only one crossing? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, are there any other questions for Mr. Rapp? No? Mr. Skyler?
Excuse me. There is an extra entrance there off of Menke, and during the GAF site plan preparation, I think they wanted to close that. We actually made them leave that open. It's actually an emergency exit entrance, if you will. Now with the reconfigurations of that road for the GAF project, I think we would have to, if we did want to open that or make them open that, they're probably going to have to open that to get in there. We would probably need to talk to Larson Daniel, who's building that site right now, and make sure that they have a clear path to come through there. That might be something I asked Jeff to kind of take a look at, or we can ride out there and take a look at it. But there is a gate there, and we made them leave that gate, and actually they're making an improvement to that gate. I'll try to take a look at it today with with your pending your approval.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely. With that in mind, and Mr. Gropp, if we put this in our pending list till our next meeting, wouldn't put you behind on your project at all?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
In 2 weeks, we're gonna continue to move forward with our preparation and everything. And
Okay,
if I can get a approval in 2 weeks, that would be very beneficial.
okay. Then I would suggest we move this to our pending list, pending,
Excuse me,
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, I'm sorry, but I think we need to take action on this because I didn't get a chance to discuss with you before the meeting, but we intend to make this our last Board of Public Works meeting.
I was about to say that same thing. I agree.
okay, all
We
right,
canceled all other meetings until further notice.
okay.
We just need to make sure there's a clear path and that there's, obviously not a big trench or something in the way. I agree.
Okay,
Pending a site visit, and we can clear that
Yeah,
up. Sure.
exactly. So you could approve it pending approval of planning and our city engineer, is what I would recommend.
okay, okay. Then in that case, I would entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
I will second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Pending engineer, yes.
And planner.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Motion pass. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, we have Dave Pfeiffer from St. Paul Lutheran Church and School. Is there anyone here from St. Paul's?
Good morning, Captain Jeff Lineski, Traffic Division. This is an annual request simply to block off the west shoulder of Pine Street in front of St. Paul to create a drive-through lane for our annual fish fry. We would recommend approval.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, with that, do we have a motion?
Well, yes, Mr. President, motion to approve.
Motion, and I will make the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries.
I was going to say pending the occurrence of the fish fry, but if this is already in place and St. Paul's cancels a fish fry, then it's a moot point.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have horizontal drilling permit. Mr. Russell, do you have anything to add to what we have in front of us?
Good morning. No, sir, I do not. Everything,
You're just too easy.
don't say that.
Okay, I see that we've received correspondence from all the appropriate departments saying they have no issue with this. Do you have any questions?
No, sir, I don't.
I don't either. I think this is pretty straightforward. I'm going to just improve the water line. in
Right.
and out.
It's in conjunction with a York Street project that's being planned. We want to be out of there before that takes place.
Okay.
And even though Mr. Cuss is not here, I understand, and Mr. Russell can probably verify this, I think there's going to be a little bit of stormwater sewer.
There could be, I don't know.
Okay. We're combining the work, since we are going to repave that street to take care of all services in that area.
Okay.
Motion to approve?
Motion, and I'll second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
So, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
And moving right along, we have a resolution in front of us accepting assignment of tax sale certificates from the County of LaPorte, Indiana.
So the county reached out to us indicating if there was anything on the commissioner's sale list we were interested in acquiring. We have gone through that with planning, and we have identified a property on Peru Street, specifically parcel number 46-01-28-113-012.000-022 that the city would like to acquire. The commissioners have executed a resolution transferring that to us. This resolution in front of the board would be accepting that transfer. I still have to perform the legal work to still effectuate the ultimate tax deed, but this would be the first step in the process. I would be asking the board for permission to approve this resolution.
Any questions from the board?
No, Mr. President.
Any public comment? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
I will second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have lease agreement, Andy Mechanic requesting approval to lease for 60 months, a copy machine for City Hall. I think we're going to table this and add it to our pending list, although if we're not going to have any more meetings. And the reason that I'm suggesting this is because this is a lease by IT. I have to abstain from the vote. And with Mrs. Keating not here, it makes it difficult to make that approval.
Unless there's an urgency for it, I would just put it on the pending list. I think it's for the clerk's office, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is part, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Actually, the entire city uses it, and
Okay,
we have been waiting for,
but we still have one that's functional right now in the meantime, correct?
correct. My copy machine in my office is not working.
Mr. President, I'd like to add, this is a part of a bigger plan, which will produce substantial cost savings. I noticed this working for the council, or for the county. They have larger units that service entire work areas. So we're going to upgrade our system, which we need to, but also as we do this in other areas, where you have several departments working in the same area, they're all mapped to the same machine. And what it does is it's going to eliminate the individual printers on everybody's desk, which are much higher maintenance items and much higher material costs because of the cartridges. But I understand fully what you're saying. If there's no way we can legally approve this, and I think we have to.
Correct. I haven't reviewed the contract, and at this point in time, if Mr. Harris is abstaining, then you don't have a quorum to vote on it.
Okay,
And that's good. I mean, with what's going on, it'll be fine.
okay.
Then we will add this to the pending list.
You need a motion.
Make a motion
please.
to place it on the pending list?
Okay, I'll second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next, we have our claims docket. Municipal claims in the amount of $593,691.13. Medical trust claims in the amount of $358,986.67. And CDBG in the amount of $13,735.95 for total claims of $966,413.75. Do I have a motion?
Yes, Mr. President, motion to approve.
I will second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next, we have the payroll docket. City payroll in the amount of $612,029.74.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion. I'll second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll move on to our unfinished list. We have the Willie Scully request for a street light in front of his homes on Fairfield, 703 Fairfield Avenue. I know last meeting, Captain, you had indicated NIPSCO had been notified, and we're just going to probably keep this on the pending list until that is taken care of by NIPSCO. Thank you. We have Core Cambridge, 220 Gladys Street, requesting lighting. Again, I think we're looking for the money
Same.
to take care of that, so we will keep this on the pending list for the time being. John Chalikian, access to his property. Yes, Skylar, thank you.
We've actually met with John, I think last Thursday, Friday, and we've ordered the topographical survey for the area before the leaves get on the tree at the last redevelopment commission. So I would like to ask, since we are moving a little bit forward, if we could put this maybe on the first week of May or first meeting of May, just to give us some time to. We are progressing, if you will.
Okay.
So
Makes sense to me.
and we have met with John, so
Okay.
that was a good meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Do we need a motion to move that forward on the pending list, or we just leave it there until?
I would leave
First
it,
meeting
I
in
would
May.
leave it there and just mark that it will be revisited first meeting in May.
Okay. you. Next, we have Harvey Picorni, 905 Colfax Street, request to place gravel in the alleyway. Yeah, I know, Jeff, I see Jeff is not here.
I think you all got a memo from Jeff. Hopefully, everyone got that memo. Gail, did he send a memo to you, or did he send it to everybody? Okay. The memo was basically saying, I wish I didn't bring it with me. Do you happen to have it? And I could go through it. I did read it.
There it is. Oh, you got it?
There.
Oh, thank you.
This is a memo on 31520 to the Board of Board of Public Works and Safety from the engineer's office. Summary of findings. Let's see, attachment. On March 2nd, the Board of Works meeting requested the engineer's office to review an undeveloped alley located at Sharon Beach Park subdivision. The following summary of findings, attachments. He has an aerial in there and kind of a location map, if you will. Should I read it all or just read his recommendation?
I would just do the recommendation.
Okay.
He made several, but I would do his initial top.
Yeah, I'll just read his options. His options for considering were 1, do nothing; 2, refer to the alley to City Council for vacation of right-of-way; 3, improve the surface of the alley with Michigan City forces; 4, improve the surface of the surface with the owner's forces. So basically, the owner would improve it. Let's see here. The engineer's office recommends option 4, issue a permit for improvement if requested. Michigan City should retain the city's easement and right-of-way, allow the city to maintain positive control over the alley, provided a buffer between adjoining owners, causes no additional financial burden to the owner, or causes no basically having the owner construct his own alleyway or driveway, if you will. Essentially what it is a driveway. And by zoning code, we all have a right to get an access to our property. So at least one. This is just we consider it a driveway, even though I know it's an alley, so he's going to have to make an improvement to all of it. Basically, the owner would have to do that. But that's his recommendation right now, is that the owner improve the alley, improve the access to his property, essentially. Hope that makes sense. I'm sorry, I wasn't...
Does that include in that the giving this property to the two homeowners, or is that a different?
No, that would be vacation. I know that was in here. Vacation, if we vacated an alley, it would basically split the alley in half and each person would get a piece of it. If we did that, then it would be up to that owner to work out something with his neighbors, because then he wouldn't have any, it would belong to the two owners in front of him. So, we considered those 4 options and chose the final one as kind of our one that we're not in charge of building it, and then again, it's at the owner's expense to build it and maintain it.
Mr. President, I move that we approve option 4, that the leave it as is, the city maintain it right away, and if the alleyway is paved, it's paved at the cost of the owner.
Okay, we have a motion. I will second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Yes.
And now we need a motion to remove this from the pending list.
Motion to remove from the pending list.
I'll second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. And finally, we have order to demolish 710 West 10th Street. This has been left on the list until today. Sue, how are you today?
Good. How are you guys?
Very good.
I have a few photos if you want to see them of his progress so far.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Okay, Jason. some of you were on the board before. As you might recall, Jason Stratton is the potential new owner to this property. I ordered it to be demolished. He purchased in the interim. He purchased it on the tax sale. So he's still and he has gone forth and he has applied for the tax deed, and he's still going through that process. But in the meantime, he has been working on it and making steady progress on it. I think that probably if we were to continue this another, and it's been over the winter too as well, so he's had that disadvantage too. But you'll see he's done some interior work when he couldn't work outside. He's started on the roof. I think he's doing a fantastic job. So if we continue it for, I don't know when our next meeting is going to be, 4 or 6 weeks, whatever we want to do, throw it out there someplace. I think I'll be able to rescind it at that point.
And you are satisfied with the progress he's making?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw the photos. It looks like work is in progress. I would
This
make a
this gentleman's been very diligent about coming to meetings and working with the planning department and following through with his word on here. So yeah, I might even suggest, would 30 days, 60 days?
Yeah, I was going to say 30 days, 30 days depending, if we're going to have a meeting in 30 days, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure we know at this point.
Look, I think we should give him 60 days. I
Okay.
think I'm impressed with what he's doing.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, Mr. President, that we extend this item for another 60 days.
Okay, there's a motion, I'll second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Thank you.
Though I don't see it on my agenda, I believe the next item is going to be, there it is, never mind, it is there. Public comments. Do we have any public comments from anyone?
Mr. President, if I may, real quick. Last week, myself and the personnel director, we've been engaging in numerous webinars. We've been in conversations with our insurance carrier about this whole coronavirus and what policies should we be enacting that we might not have. So what I'm bringing forward to you today that wasn't in time of the agenda because of how this whole thing is unfolding is I have 2 policies that we would like to include in our manual. The first one is a communicable disease policy. It would be policy number 231. That policy has been recommended by the webinar that we attended that was hosted by Barnes and Thornburg and also by our insurance carrier. The second one would be a work from home policy. We currently do not have a work from home policy for city employees, and this would give us some guidelines to allow employees to work from home, and that would be policy number 232. The communicable disease policy just talks about if anybody does come to work, that we do have the right at all times to send them home if they are exhibiting any type of signs or symptoms that would put any of our workforce at risk. Again, making sure that those employees and the rest of us are safe at the same time. But we would be asking this board to adopt these 2 policies.
Okay, any questions?
No, Mr. President, I make a motion that we approve.
Okay, motion, I'll second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carries. Thank you,
you.
Amber.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. President.
Good morning, Board. Just wanted to update the public who may not have heard the news over the weekend. After meeting with the mayor and attorney or whatever, we did send out an email canceling all council meetings, committee meetings, as well as any council workshops in regards to the outbreak of the coronavirus. I know that we have one confirmed case that came out of LaPorte County, and I think the next one, as of the last update on the state's website, was in St. Joe. So it'll update again at 10 a.m. So that number may change. I think it was 19 total statewide. But I did want to leave this information. So cdc.gov is where the public can go for information. in.gov/coronavirus. LaPorte County, LaPorteCO.in.gov/COVID-19 and eMichiganCity.com and find the link to the city's information. And also anyone from the public that is seeking additional information can contact their council representatives, and their information is on emichigancity.com. And they can also contact me directly at sfitzpatrick@emichigancity.com or 219-874-6547. And one more thing, over the weekend, we were able to select a council person to fill the seat vacated by Johnny Stimley, and it's Miss Dahlia Zegas. I don't know if you want to come up and say something real quick, but just really quick. So she's involved in a lot of boards and stuff, so I think she'll be a good addition to the council. Looking forward to working with her.
Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to say I'm looking forward to working with everyone, and it'll be interesting times since we're not going to be doing anything in person for a while. So anyway, I'm glad to be on board. Thank you.
Thank you.
And, just one more thing. So as we do get more information and we decide when we're going to resume the council meetings, we want to encourage the public to not come out in full force. Once we do get started, we'll try to keep limited just to promote social distancing as we get a better grip on these things and we start to recover from this, not knowing how long it's going to take, but thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other public comments? Hearing none, board comments.
Mr. President, I would like to add to Council President Fitzpatrick's comments that we will, as a government, be huddling on a regular basis so that as we come to the conclusion that we are in the clear, that we can put back into place the amenities that we've enjoyed. We have closed several facilities. We've closed the senior center because of they are a little higher at risk, and we also closed it because it's the largest venue for assembling in Michigan City, government owned. The opening of the zoo will be postponed because it was supposed to open at April 1st, I believe, and per agreement with the Barker family, the Barker Mansion will be closed for tours and events. Did I get everything? Thank you, Amber.
Okay, no other comments. I would just say everybody stay healthy under the circumstances.
Try to stay as cool and calm as you can. I think some surrounding states are overreacting a little bit, and if you stress affects your health, so panic will bring on stress. So try to stay as calm as you can and ride this thing out. It's going to pass. We're doing what we are doing to keep assemblies as small as possible. Embrace the practices we've been told over the news networks. If you cough or sneeze, cover it. Try to keep a greater distance when you're talking to someone. Instead of talking to them 2 feet away, make it 4 or 5. As long as they can hear you clearly, it's to increase that distance so that if there is anything that can communicate the disease, it doesn't reach its target. So just try to stay cool, and this thing will pass. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. That said, as soon as we know when our next meeting is, we will certainly make a public announcement regarding that. But with all that said, I would accept the motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. President.
I'll second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.